Alright, objects, nested objects. So, in application code, we have objects are often nested. An object might have another object as a property, which should turn, which in turn could have a property as an array of objects, of even more objects. In our spaceship object, we want a crew object. This will contain all the crew members who do important work on the craft. Each of those crew members are objects themselves. They have properties like name and degree, and they each have unique methods based on their roles. We can also nest other objects in the spaceship, such as a telescope, or nest details about the spaceship computer inside a parent nanoelectronic object. Alright, so we got object spaceship with a nested object telescope, and then with objects of year built, model, and focal lengths. Then we got another nested object of crew with a nested object of captain with two objects of name and degree. And then we got within the captain object we have a nested function called encourage team, and encourage team will log we got this, and then we've left that part of the loop, and we've gone to a different object named engine with a model object of Nimbus 2000, and another object of nanoelectronics with nested object computer within that object. It has terabytes and monitors. Then you got object. Then you got a separate object within the computer. Uh, yeah, no, within the nanoelectronics object, and that object has a battery object of lithium, and then terabytes. Alright, and train operators to access nested properties will have to pay attention to which operator makes sense to use in each layer. It can be helpful to pretend you're the computer and evaluate each expression from left to right, so that each operation starts to feel a little bit more manageable. We got spaceship dot nanoelectronics within the object array of backup dot battery, which will return lithium. So up here we go to nanoelectronics, backup, and battery. So we got spaceship, nanoelectronics, backup, battery, lithium. And this right here just explains how we got that. So we first task is create a variable array of a variable cat wave and assign captain's favorite food, the element in the zeroth index of your favorite foods array. To make sure to use bracket and dot notation to get the value of the food through nested access. Don't just copy the value into the variable. So let's get to it. Create variable named cat wave. And we will assign it to spaceship dot captain's favorite food. So we got favorite foods. But in order to get the favorite foods, we got to be able to read this. So in the spaceship, we got go to crew dot captain bracket favorite foods. So crew dot captain, right? Yep, crew dot captain spaceship dot crew dot captain array string favorite foods with a zeroth index because it will bring back cookies. Look at that. Next. Alright, right now the passenger property has a value of null. Instead, assign as its value an array of objects. These objects should represent the spaceship's passengers as individual objects. Make at least one passenger object in the array that has at least one key value pair on it. So an array of objects. So here we go, an array of objects. So array with the object of, let's say, Teresa is the wingman. Alright, third task, create a variable first passenger. Assign the first passenger as its value. The element in the zero index of the spaceship.passengers array you just made. Make sure to use bracket notation and dot notation to get the passenger object through nested access. Don't just copy the object into the variable. Alright, so spaceship dot, what was it? Passengers. Look at that. Alright. So variable first passenger, and it was given the value of spaceship dot passengers and my zeroth object, which is the first object. 0 is the first object. Alright, see you in the next lesson.